Jonathan and I are gonna build our first ever baby crib. We're ready for baby to come. Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. You catch me in the middle of our nursery makeover. So this room looks very different from the last time you saw it. I am full on decorating this room. We have moved out all the furniture, we've moved in some new furniture, and I'm gonna spend the next couple days making sure that this room is ready to go for bringing in all the new baby things that we're getting. It's so fun. I thought I would vlog some of this journey and hopefully inspire you, or if anything, just be a buddy while you do whatever it is you're doing. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and I've got some things to catch you up on. Let's get into it. All right, so as you can see, we have painted the bottom half of the walls in here a really beautiful blue color, and then I am hand stenciling and painting this wave across the middle. We thought about doing the board and batten thing, and I think that's genuinely very cute, but I honestly didn't want to go through all the trim work, and it sort of feels like it pigeonholes this room into a nursery that's a very nursery thing versus like an adult guest room type thing, at least the half wall. So I figured, because we're not going to be in this house forever, we'll stick with paint for now, and if the next homeowners want to change it up, they totally can. Then I picked up a dresser on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, which was very exciting. So it took longer than we planned to actually get the furniture out of here. So I feel like we're maybe not starting late, but starting later than I would have liked on this room, but it's all coming together very quickly, which I'm really grateful for. Today, I am going to be finishing the stenciling. I have a stencil that I made. I went online and found a wave inspiration that I liked, and then printed it out in the kind of dimensions that I thought would be good for this wall. Then I took foam board and stenciled that piece of paper onto this so that it's thicker, so it's easier to like sketch out and doesn't wear out as much as I'm like constantly retracing it. And then I put some painter's tape straight through the line so that I use my laser level, which is set up right there on my tripod, to cast the line on the wall. I stencil it, and then over and over and over and over again, I copy it. So this is what the stencil lines look like, by the way. We painted up to what we believed would be about half, and then we're drawing the stencil over, and then obviously painting the wave over that stencil. So it's looking good. I have to do this wall. It's another day. I've officially finished all the painting in here, and so it's time to actually start moving some stuff in. So this is a changing topper, and we officially get to put it on our new dresser. It is not exactly the same wood tone, and that does bother me a little bit, but at this point, I think we're just gonna let it be what it is. We have our topper, we have diapers, we have our little cart. This cart is actually gonna go in our bedroom to be like a pumping, nursing, baby station when we have, I'm out of breath all the time. All the time I'm out of breath. But for now, let's unwrap this. We got the Munchkin changing table, and the reason I chose this one, because I know there's the Kickapoo. Hold on, let me unwrap this so it's not loud, and then I'll tell you about it. There we go. All right, so we got the Munchkin changing table. The reason I got this one is because I know that there's a ton of options out there. There's the silicone ones. When I crowdsourced feedback from my friends that are moms, half of them said I never use a changing table no matter what brand I bought, so that was funny. They were like, you just change where you are and use one of those little pads and change on the floor or whatever. But for those that did have changing tables, it was kind of mixed. People were like, yes, I have the Kickapoo, if that's what it's called. Now it's probably not called that, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Have it, love it, swore by it. And then others were like, I have the regular, $40 one. That's also great. It's less cold for the baby when they're getting changed. And changing pad covers like this are easy to come by, whatever. I don't know. We're gonna experiment, but I figured I would go with the cheap option first, and then if it doesn't work for us, we can always upgrade. Perfect fit. Cute. And then we have a little diaper caddy we'll put up here. And then I got this basket, and I think the color is really fun. And we're gonna have pops of red and like other colors in here. In fact, have I shown you the stars? These are the star stickers that we're gonna put above, like picture above all the squiggles. They're wall stickers, and they're all slightly different shapes. And I think they're so cute. And so towards the end, once we have everything in here and we can kind of get a feel for like how busy the room feels, the other colors we're using, we're gonna put these on the wall. And I think it's gonna be really fun. It's kind of the inspiration of our nursery. This was actually what started the whole thing, was these stars in a picture I saw on Pinterest. And then I also have diapers to put in here. We need to decide what is gonna go in all of these drawers. And I'm thinking that one of the bottom ones probably is going to be backup diapers. I'm saying that out loud. I don't know that that's a great use of space. Shouldn't I put clothes in there? Like, what if just one of these is just diapers and wipes? Comment if you feel like there should be an abundance of diapers in here, or like how fast you actually go through diapers. Are we gonna have to refill this drawer every day? If we don't only use one of the small drawers, do I want a big drawer? I think we're just gonna have to sort that out when we get there. Welcome to the chaos in my basement and the baby stash. I have been incredibly lucky that I've been gifted a lot of really wonderful, thoughtful, generous gifts. This is the stash from my baby shower, as well as some things that I've collected or I've kind of either been given over time as hand-me-downs or whatever. So we've been storing them down here, and honestly the basement has sort of just been taken over by storage as different rooms in our house are getting redone and whatever. This is where I'm shopping for things to bring up to the nursery for their final destination. Good for now. Okay, I went back for a real bin because trying to carry it up by myself was not effective. I think this is as much as I can bring up and organize right now, because the rest of it, honestly, a lot of it right now, again, out of breath. A lot of it right now is clothes and books, other than this stuff, or like things I'm not ready to bring in here yet, like toys and decorations and stuff like that, because we don't have all the furniture in here that we're going to have. So let's start with this. I need to start thinking about what drawers are what. One thing that I do have that I want to take advantage of is I got a bunch of these like inside drawer organizers, because I have used these in my own closet and they've been super helpful, and I've seen other people in like nesting videos use them. So from a closet perspective, or from like a clothes, burp cloths, swaddles, all of that, we're just not going to be able to do that today, and that's okay. However, it might be nice to kind of pencil in which drawer I want to do that in. I know that because this is the changing side, these are going to be the most used changing things. I'm thinking diapers far left. Let's just tentatively do that for now. Wipes are gonna go in the wipe container once I get that. These will go downstairs. These, I think, oh, sad. That is actually really unfortunate, okay. Until I know what's gonna go in these drawers, I'm having a hard time figuring out. This one though, I do have an idea. I was thinking that this could be bibs, because it has good, like, organization? I don't know. Just looking at these, and okay, these go all the way open, but there's a lot of dead space in here for both of them. And then same with this one. So I'm wondering if I need to actually go and buy extra long ones now that we have a dresser. I bought these organizers before we bought the dresser because I needed some for my personal closet. So it's not a waste because I still used maybe like half the pack, maybe a little less. And I have a feeling I'll be able to use like the littlest little baby square ones that look like this for some of the more like medical miscellaneous things. You find me in my laundry room because this might be an IKEA bag full of collected and or gifted and or thrifted baby clothes and bath towels, washcloths, swaddles, whatever this is. Oh, like a tummy time mat. But this is my collection of things I knew I would need to wash eventually. Okay, genuine question. Do you separate whites and colors on baby clothes? Or are you just too overwhelmed and tired to care about that? I'm leaning towards it all just kind of being what may. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, shoot, am I supposed to separate? Is it bad if I don't? I don't know. Is this a light or a dark? Tell me. I'm gonna call it a light, but you could convince me either way. Hey guys, it's nighttime on Monday, September 15, and Jonathan and I are gonna build our first ever baby crib. Let's get into it. Afternoon, everyone. It is a little while later since we built the crib. I have been slowly putzing in the room, getting some things in here. I did assemble a bookshelf spinner thing that I'm about to show you, and I decided to save you all of the footage of me having to put it together because I feel like I've been assembling a lot of furniture lately. And then in about half an hour, my friend Emily is coming, and I have fully washed multiple loads at this point of baby clothes and blankets and bibs and linens essentially that I've been given. And so she very sweetly is going to come over and help me sort it all. So like it's just one big mumbo jumbo. So I want to sort by obviously type with like getting the bibs and everything into a little bin, but also by size, and then even within size, like short sleeve, long sleeve, sleepers, etc. So she's gonna help me with that. And I'm actually really excited. Emily just had a baby over the summer, and so she is in kind of new mom mode with a little boy too, and it just feels kind of sweet doing this together. I think we have enough clothes. I also still have a few baby showers left, and even though I haven't registered for any more clothes except for one, there's one little like teddy bodysuit that I requested, but other than that, have not registered for any clothes. I'm confident I will be given more clothes. I am so grateful for everyone's generosity, and it's just so fun, and yet I'm nervous that he's gonna grow out of it all so fast, and then we're gonna be at 10 months and he's not gonna have anything to wear. So I'm curious, once we actually go through these bags, how diverse the sizing is going to be. We won't know until we sort it, so let's get into it. Almost forgot, we have another new addition to the household. We have our car seat. It's currently locked in its base, but look at how beautiful this is. It's from the company called Joy, J-O-I-E. It's a European company. It's one that we actually found when we were on our baby moon in Portugal. We went into this little baby store and they had a bunch of all the standard ones like Graco, Mom Cozy, Muna, and we got to like touch and feel them and loved this one. The woman that owned the store was super knowledgeable about car seats and strollers and stuff. And she said that she feels like this one is similar quality of the Nuna, but less expensive and actually meets higher safety regulations. They test to higher standards. Win-win-win for me. And then we actually also ordered a second, or requested on our registry. We're getting a second car seat, partially because we have 2 cars, but mostly because car seats like that only last baby for like up to a year. And so you're gonna need another car seat soon anyway, so why not just buy them both at once, especially if people are willing to buy them for you, and put it on your registry, and then you can benefit from having 2 car seats in 2 cars for the time when the baby fits in both, and then eventually if that one doesn't fit anymore, store it away for the next one, but you already have the other car seat. I don't know, it just felt very logical to me. So that one is not mobile, but it's the rotating, so it like spins, and it's a grow with me kind of thing where there's all the ages and blah, blah, blah. More information than you probably need to know, but got the car seat. My very, very, very sweet team at work threw me a surprise baby shower this week and gave me that car seat as my gift, among other things. Good morning, it is the next day. I had one more big load of laundry that I wanted to finish and sort out and do everything. So I actually have a few things that are still just a little bit damp drying. But other than that, I have all my piles all ready. Emily helped me yesterday sort all the clothes into piles of newborn, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, and then 6+. So I'm planning to put in my dresser all of the newborn through 0 to 3 clothes, and then anything that's 3+, I'm going to be putting in this bin, which rolls just right under my bed, and slowly we'll be able to kind of take things out and turn them. But I don't really feel like it's valuable to have clothes that baby obviously can't wear in the dresser itself. So I'd rather that be space for other things. All right, these are my 6+ piles. These are more like outfits. It's their kind of chunkier full body things, but definitely too big for baby right now. I had easily the least amount of clothes in this size, like the 6 to 9, 9+. And so I sort of organized them, but I put all the short sleeve and the long sleeves together because it's only a pile this tall. And then we had just 4 sleepers. So I'm just gonna tuck those down the side because we didn't need too much space for that. All right, we have a lot more in the 3 to 6. We'll start with pants. I have significantly more, and maybe this is normal, but significantly more onesies than any sort of bottoms. And because it's gonna be winter, I'm definitely gonna need to go out and get more basic bottoms because I have to imagine they go through those just as much as they go through onesies. Short sleeves. I'm trying to think about the most like efficient way to pack this. Short sleeves and sleepers we'll put together because they don't easily mix and they fit good. If anyone hasn't felt the Cloud Island, which is the Target brand, they are so soft. I think potentially, other than maybe the Little Sleepies brand, the most soft of all of the clothes that we have. Like, so nice. And then these are all of our long sleeve 3 to 6 month onesies. Stack those in here. And then one little adorable jacket. That is a packed bin of clothes ready for baby once he gets a little bigger. Cute. This is our newborn stack. It is definitely the smallest of all of our piles, but I also think is probably the size that he will be in for the shortest amount of time. Hold on, I have to show you. Look at how cute this is. Look at how cute. Baby's gonna be born right before Thanksgiving, so he will absolutely get wear out of this. And then this is the other fall themed ones that are just adorable. That is a November baby if I've ever seen one. One last thing I want to mention on the topic of clothes. I have not purchased the majority of the clothes that you see. Jonathan and I definitely have done some shopping because it's just, sometimes it's just too cute not to buy. But I just want to say how grateful I am to the community that I have, because so many of the clothes that we have are either hand-me-downs. I would say a significant amount of the clothes that we have been hand-me-downs, which is honestly the best way to do it. So hand-me-downs, thrifted clothes, but honestly, a lot of it is just people that have had babies that are not having babies again, or it's gonna be a while before their next baby or whatever that looks like, gifting us clothes. And I'm wildly grateful for that, because I think it's a small but meaningful example of how much community is impactful for young parents to be able to care for their babies in a time where having a baby and getting all the new things and kind of starting this new life from scratch can be really overwhelming, not just emotionally and physically, which it totally is, but also financially. And so I just want to express so much gratitude for the people in my life that have gifted us not only clothes and other things as well, but have helped set us up. And I guess the last point of that is, it doesn't have to be new things. Like, those people didn't have to go out and buy us new things to still bless us. And so if you're having people in your life that are having babies and you want to support them, you want them to feel loved, you want to be celebrating with them, you don't have to go and spend a bunch of money on something for it to feel like you're contributing to their journey. You could go thrift something, or if you have kids, like, give them some of your stash in things that don't fit anymore or whatever. That is just as meaningful. And I feel just as grateful looking across so many of these items, and especially the ones like my niece and nephews, seeing some of the onesies that they used to sleep in, or ones that I've even given them as gifts. It's so sweet just to see that kind of like circle of our family, circle of life. So anyway, that's enough rambling on that. I just wanted to make the point because I look around and feel abundance and feel really, really grateful for that. So it is star sticker time. So we are about to make sure that all of the stickers are evenly distributed across the wall. We have 3 sheets, so we have to use them consciously. Let's do it. We finished our stickers. Look at that. So cute. That was a process, but I'm happy with it. Good morning. This has been quite the sporadic vlog. It has been at least a week, if not 2, since we last talked. But I figured this would be the last installment of the nursery nesting vlog. I, as you can see, am just about done. I do feel like this room has absolutely met the dream that I had pictured in my mind when I was looking at all of our inspiration and just dreamed about this room. Jonathan and I love it here. We pass by it on our way to our bedroom, and I'll come in here and just like look around, and it feels very peaceful. We have our new chair, and Jonathan does his homework in here right now because it's like very comfy, cozy, and just feels really good to be in here. And it's exactly what we would have wanted. I am 36 weeks tomorrow, so I'm 35/6 today. And Bump is doing its thing. They're just good right now. Like, baby seems healthy, he's moving a lot. I'm 2 weeks away from starting my maternity leave, which is crazy. I'm like sort of starting to feel like I'm gonna be actually ready when I get closer to being done with work. So that's starting to feel good. We finished all of our showers at this point, and now it's just finishing touches and like finally putting things together. Like, I think I'm gonna pack my hospital bag this weekend. And the last 2 things I want to do is prep some like underlying pads under the changing table and the crib because I've seen people do that and that felt like a smart idea. And also put a couple layers on the crib so that like if baby soils one, you literally just take it off and there's another one. So that's what I am going to do now. And then Jonathan needs to set up the baby monitor and our hatch. We have one more print that belongs on this wall, so it's not just an awkward empty gap, but it has baby's name on it, so we won't put that up until it's time for everyone to know it. But yeah, drawers are all organized. I'll walk you through that, I guess, at the end. But things are good. Things are good. All right, with that, I am officially going to do our nursery tour. Like I said, there's still things that are changing, there's still things we're adding, but I love it in here, and so I'm excited to show you. If we just pan the room, we've got our dresser and baby's crib, and then some shelves, and then our reading nook. So starting over here, this is our nursery rocker, and I am in love with it. It's from West Elm. It rocks, it spins, it reclines, it's lovely. I also loved the big arm cushions because I felt like that would be more comfortable for breastfeeding. And it's just everything we wanted. We were able to pick up fabric. We picked like a performance, easy to clean fabric. It has a good amount of texture, so I think it'll last a long time. And then our bookshelf, which I absolutely love. It is dual function in that obviously it's a side table for when we're here, drinks, snacks, phones. I'll have a little like push light over here. Stores a ton of books. We got so many books for our baby showers, and they all are right here, easily accessible, and I just love it. So this was on Amazon. I will send it to you. It was already white. They had a raw wood version that could easily be painted if you wanted a specific color, or just keep it raw. It was like a light wood. Moving our way around the room, this is actually going to go into my bedroom once we actually have babies. So this is going to be like my mother's cart, pumps, extra diapers, wipes, boob things, pretty much everything. So this is just here temporarily. Obviously you have the crib, and then this cutie little rocker was actually made by my great-grandfather. It is truly just for show. It is actually bassinet, but it's where we're keeping all the stuffies right now. This is our laundry bin, which is actually on the wrong side. It's gonna go on that side once the car seat gets installed in the car. Nothing all that special, except my friend gave me this advice, and she said, whatever bin you have the inside, whether it's just like the bin itself is or the inside is, be a plastic, easy to wipe down material, because you're throwing like genuinely soiled clothes in there, not just kind of the average adult dirty laundry. So I got a bin that fit inside of my like larger bin, and we're gonna try it with this for a little bit and just like see if it works for us. Inside of this bin right now is a precious hand knit baby blanket from our neighbors across the street. Ralph and Belinda are in their 80s and just so kind, and have really like taken to us, and Belinda has given us multiple things for baby, but this is the most recent and the most special, and so I'm grateful for this. I think this will be special. Continuing around, we have cutie little shelves that Jonathan put on the wall. We have a photo from my maternity shoot, which I am obsessed with. I love that my sister-in-law did our photos. She's a professional photographer and did an amazing job. This is from my nursery. Got some love. It's missing a point, but I'm not going to do it because it can sometimes go for a while. But it has a little like song it plays when you spin the star, and I still feel like comforted when I hear it. One of the big reasons we wanted these shelves is this is actually where our monitor is going to go, so it can point down into the crib versus being set up like kind of crib height and having to look through the bars. And last but not least, our dresser. I'll give you a little tour of how I've organized it. I honestly struggled with organization a little bit. I wasn't really sure what needed to go where in the drawers. I feel like I've done an okay job. Overall, things I loved about this, it is 37 inches tall, which is taller than the average dresser. Jonathan and I are taller individuals, and so not having to like bend down to change baby weight was a major win for us. It's deeper than the average dresser. This is an IKEA dresser, by the way. I don't know if I've said that, but good storage. I like that there's the small drawers at the top and bigger drawers at the bottom, so it's easier to organize. Like, I have more space than I need, which is amazing considering we don't have any closet space for baby in this room because the closet is still my closet. All right, let's look in the drawers and then we can call it good. All right, drawer number 1, diapers. And then behind here is all of our medical stuff. So it's like the snot bugger, the meds, the whatever, just because hopefully we're not having to access that as often. Drawer number 2, sleep sacks, booties, mitts, shoes, whatever. We have a couple more that need to go in here. And then this will be for pacifiers. Drawer number 3 is newborn clothes. It's the least amount of clothes I have of any size, and so I figured I'd use this drawer for this for now, but then would repurpose this drawer for something else once baby gets a little bit bigger. Potentially having 2 drawers for diapers, we'll see. And then drawer number 3 is muslins, burp cloths, and bibs. Now this is the mega drawer. This is all of our 0 to 3 months. It is easily the size we had the most clothes of. So we have sleepers, we have long sleeve just onesies, short sleeve onesies, pants, and then these 2 are like specialty outfits. So like if it's a matching set or something kind of more special. So they're easy to find and usually a little bit bulkier. This drawer is my drawer. Nursing bras, reusable nursing pads. We got some nursing tank tops in here, and then nursing friendly PJs, boob pads, all that stuff, all lives in here. This drawer is bath towels. This is just like a cute snowsuit kind of thing. Baby blankets or like larger muslins. And then these are kind of like the small miscellaneous baby toys that I wanted a place for but didn't necessarily want out. So that's in here. And then this drawer has lots of room to play with. This basket I put in here because I wanted a place for clothes and things as baby grows out of them to be able to be put in here kind of away from the rest of it. It's honestly bigger than it probably needs to be, so I could definitely downsize this, but I just had it from a gift. But that, my friends, is the nursery. We're ready for baby to come. We're so excited, and I think he's gonna love it here. So thank you for sticking with me through this probably very long nesting vlog. I kind of thought I would do this in sections and then I just didn't. So hopefully it was fun. I hope that you were able to get some stuff done while you were watching or listening. And if you are also personally nesting, that this was inspiring. You just felt like you had a friend. I've been watching a lot of nesting vlogs while I've been personally nesting, just for a companion. So if I was that for you, that makes me happy. Like and subscribe if you haven't. I don't really ask for that very often, but now's the time if you're interested in baby content. I'm sure you will get plenty over the course of this channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.